Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
Hi guys, it's Yoni and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a short video regarding Insecure Season 4, Episode 3. Now, this is not a full review of the full episode. This is not a recap. I just want to focus on this one scene.
Lawrence and his new girlfriend the other day. What? What'd you do? I said hello, got my shit to go, and kept it pushing. He looked really happy. So, you good? Because that would have activated me on petty. I mean, I'd be lying if I said it didn't bother me a little bit. We were together for 5 years. You ain't been broken up that long. I know. But the person he is now is not the person he was for me. What do you mean? Like, they were out to the place, and I'm pretty sure he was going to pay. I never got that. I'm sure niggas don't be paying. Yes. I got the nigga with potential. I got the work in progress. And it took a lot of support and patience. And I feel like she's reaping all the benefits of his time with me. Let me shut up, because I know I don't have a right to feel like that. Nah, you have a right to feel however you want to feel. Seriously. Fuck that nigga.
We all saw this scene, and I'm sure for a lot of you, a lot of my followers, this struck a nerve. So Issa is feeling some type of way. So she is seeing how Lawrence is a totally different person when it comes to Condola. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering, well, why is he so different? Why is he so different with Condola versus Issa? The first thing that popped up in my head was the fact that most likely Condola requires him to carry himself in that way. Versus Issa, he could be more relaxed, he could be more comfortable. There was no push, there was no drive when it came to Issa. How is Condola pushing and driving Lawrence? It's just simply how she carries herself. It's not that she's doing anything spectacular. I don't feel like she's nagging. I don't feel like she's in his ear telling him what to do. It's all a matter of how she simply carries herself. Condola carries herself as a high maintenance woman. And when you carry yourself as a high maintenance woman, men tend to treat you as such. Issa carries herself more low maintenance. Issa is more so, she gives off this persona like she's the girl next door, like she's the home girl, like she's the fun girl. And that's great when it comes to her personality. But when it comes to a man in a relationship, it's not all that beneficial. And the reason why I feel this way is because when it comes down to the treatment, you are not treated the same. So Condola is treated more like she's high maintenance, and it requires Lawrence to be different with her. It's all about how Condola carries herself, conducts herself, and how she requires a certain level of treatment. It's just that simple. When it comes to Issa, Issa requires the bare minimum. And when you require the bare minimum, you get the bare minimum. I know I'm going to get asked this. How do you require a man, or how can you influence a man to be better? Lawrence was a bum when he was with Issa. Any man that doesn't want to work or doesn't feel like he should work, even if it's holding down a job at a gas station, is a bum to me. when it comes to this conversation, how can you require a man to do more and be more? And honestly, it just comes down to your influence. The reason why I feel Lawrence is different when it comes to Condola versus Issa is because she requires it of him, and it's based off of how she carries herself, her lifestyle. It requires it of him. So that is super important to any woman out there. You can't influence a man to do great things if you aren't doing great things. It's simply about your influence. What does your aura give out? Does it give out the type of influence to make a man want to get a job or feel like a job is a necessity? When it comes to Condola, her home and how she has such a nice place and how she dresses well, all of those things do calculate up to a point in Lawrence's mind that it requires him to carry himself a certain way, to dress a certain way, how she tends to take care of her home as well, and how it's clean, it's well kept. I will say that Issa didn't carry herself in a way that really influenced Lawrence to do great things. And I'm not saying that it's your job to influence a man, but if you're going to choose to be with someone, your influence is crucial, because that could be a make or break within your relationship. And I definitely felt like Issa didn't influence Lawrence in a way that required him to carry himself a certain way, to dress a certain way, and to be assertive to her a certain type of way. We can sit here and blame Lawrence, like, yeah, Lawrence was a bum, but at the end of the day, Issa tolerated it for 5 years. So Issa, she can feel upset, because honestly, that's how a lot of women feel. A lot of women feel how Issa feels. So this was the best written episode, in my opinion. There was a lot going on, but I wanted to just focus on this particular scene because I'm constantly talking about how you don't want to be that girl that's a Bob the Builder in your relationship. So there is a debate on Twitter where men feel that Issa doesn't have the right to feel like she built Lawrence because she cheated. However, I don't agree with that. And the reason why I don't agree with that, even though Issa made her mistake with cheating, she still tolerated him at a vulnerable point in his life to where he was able to be a bum. Let's call it what it is. Lawrence was able to be a bum because Issa allowed it. Issa gave him room and space to be that through her low maintenance requirements. So when it comes to this debate, I don't feel like it's a debate that needs to even be had, because at the end of the day, yes, Issa cheated, but Lawrence was also in a 5-year relationship where he became super comfortable with being a bum and literally spending his days on the couch when he could have got a job. One thing that I will say about Lawrence is that he did receive unemployment to where he was able to contribute, but he still wasn't able to contribute in a way that Issa wanted and probably Issa needed at the time. Issa was the breadwinner, but Issa wasn't making that much. So even though they were able to slide by when it came to their finances, paying rent, and just their everyday necessities, it still wasn't enough because Issa wanted more. But Lawrence wasn't able to give her more because Issa really didn't require it of him. Within the first season of Insecure, there were scenes where Issa didn't really stand up for herself. She didn't really voice these requirements. She didn't really voice these boundaries that would acquire Lawrence to step his game up, or to basically step up to the plate and be the man that she needed. She just kind of allowed him to be him and to relax. You have to require men to do certain things in order for you to be treated a certain type of way. Issa also explained within this scene that she got the man with potential versus Condola got the man that she feels that she developed. And I understand where she's coming from. However, Issa did cheat. And that's the thing. If you are in a situation with a potential, the best advice that I can give you is not to cheat, but to break up, because you could always put him in your back pocket. I always tell girls that if you're going to date, you have to put men in categories. Okay, this man is a potential, but I'm not going to give all my focus and attention to this potential. I'm going to date men and take men seriously who are not potentials, but they're actively who they need to be for me. You have men over here that are potentials. So while you're still dating and you're in the dating pool figuring out what type of men you like and everything like that, you still have your potential category over here that you can leave in your back pocket for a rainy day. And then you have the men over here that I would consider actual suitors, men that you would place to the side that you can take seriously because they are the men that you need in your life, the type of man that you need. And then you have men in the middle, men that you can play with and have fun with, something Lori Harvey is doing with Future. You have to put men in categories, and you have to understand when you do put men in categories, you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. So when it comes to potential, that's just someone that you would entertain but not really take serious until they do reach that level of their potential to where you can move them over to a category of a suitor, an official suitor. Then you may meet a guy that's fun, has a dope personality, that's just great to hang out with, but he doesn't meet your needs when it comes to putting him in the suitor category. So you kind of just leave him in this space of a person that you just have fun with, a man that you just have fun with, but not a man that you would ever take serious. So when it comes to Issa played herself. And a lot of times we women, we play ourselves because we don't know what we want. We hop into these relationships, we date without strategy, we don't plan anything, we're just doing it. And then also we're dating for love and we're dating for a good time, but we're not dating for the longevity of what dating was truly intended for. So when it comes to Issa, I feel bad, but at the same time, she can only be mad at herself because she allowed a lot of what happened within her relationship. She didn't require Lawrence to do much of anything. She just tolerated a lot. And a lot of that, I do have to say, it comes from a place of we're taught and we're groomed as women to tolerate, to put up with, to be a ride or die, to stay down. There's really no benefits when it comes to that because this man can choose at any point in time that he does not want to be with you, and then he can move on and meet someone else and meet someone new and treat them totally different. So it's really not worth it. If you meet a guy and he's not who you feel that he should be when you meet him, then you should put him in a category of a potential and leave him there. And then you should also still have your category of actual suitors, men that you can take seriously. Issa feels that Condola is reaping all the benefits, and to be honest, she is reaping all the benefits. She's reaping all the benefits. This is the type of Lawrence that wants to impress his social group or her social group. This shirt, this designer shirt that he had on when he was there meeting her friends at Friends Thanksgiving, he never really did that with Issa. I never saw Lawrence in season 1 ever get dressed up or really groom himself. He really let himself go. That was another thing that really stuck out to me was Condola, not only does she carry herself as high maintenance, but also her social group requires him to dress a certain way because they dress a certain way. So that's another thing that I want you guys to think about. Are you creating social groups that will require any man that you will seek as a suitor? Do you have that social group that requires him to impress them? That's something that you have to think about. Issa also made the comment that he never paid. So that tells me that Issa never got treated. Again, that reverts back to being a low maintenance woman. I used to think that being a low maintenance woman just meant that it didn't require much of me to be pretty or beautiful. That's not what it means to be low maintenance. Low maintenance just means that you have low standards, low requirements, probably no requirements. You don't have any boundaries, anything goes. So you are a low maintenance woman. I used to think that it was all based off of beauty. I used to think that being low maintenance was all based off of, do I have to wear makeup every day? Low maintenance is based off of how you carry yourself. Do you demand respect? Do you have a high level of confidence? Do you have a high level of self-esteem? Do you have certain standards and requirements for men who date you or pursue you? Do you have those requirements in place? Those are things that will separate you from being low maintenance versus being high maintenance. And Condola, she carries herself with a certain level of assertiveness that requires men to treat her a certain way. Now, when it comes to Condola, I want to know more of why she got that divorce, because Condola is treating Lawrence like Lawrence treated treated Tasha. Anybody remember Tasha? Lawrence treated Tasha like the rebound. And so now Lawrence is being treated like the rebound by Condola. And I feel like it's his karma. You just don't do that to people. And Tasha was in love with Lawrence, but Lawrence was not in a place to love. Now that Lawrence is kind of opening up, he's kind of opening himself up to love again, Condola isn't. And so now Condola is treating Lawrence how Lawrence treated Tasha. I have a video on YouTube. It was a Get Ready With Me. I'm gonna put it down below in the description box where I go into great detail when it comes to this Bob the Builder. You don't want to be Bob the Builder. Another reason why I say that is because Issa, she probably could have been in a better place if she was with a man that had drive. And I'm not saying that Lawrence didn't have drive. He wasn't utilizing the drive that he had at the time. He had all the tools, he had all the potential in the world. But when you're not putting that into action, it can hold your partner back. So when it comes to Issa, I think Issa could have been farther along within her career, farther along with her purpose if she had a partner that was on the same wavelength as her. And at the time, I felt like Lawrence was kind of holding her back because she was more focused on what he wasn't doing when she could have been focused more on herself. And that's something that when you get into a relationship, that's something that you have to think about. Jumping into a relationship is the easiest thing to do. Anyone can jump into a relationship, but to jump into a relationship that's beneficial, that is something that is very hard to come by. And it just comes down to what you settle for versus what you don't settle for. So when it comes to Issa, she could have gotten into a relationship that drove her to a place of reaching certain levels within her career, certain levels within her life that she wanted to reach in order for her to fulfill her purpose or her dreams. And she chose not to do that. So before you just hop into a relationship just to hop into a relationship, think about your partner. Do they have the drive? Do they have the same discipline? Do they have the same level of thinking when it comes to reaching goals, to reaching their purpose, to reach certain milestones within their life? Do they have that? Because if they don't, it could very well hold you back. So that's something else that you would need to think about when it comes to this topic of conversation. Choosing a partner is a huge responsibility, and having requirements, boundaries, and somewhat expectations are a big deal. That's all that I have regarding this video. I would love your thoughts and opinions, so make sure you comment them down below. And if you are new here, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you are notified, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye guys.